Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another Habs Daily News with your hockey coach, Guru Coach Frenchy. Today, episode number 125. What do you have on the menu, coach, today? First of all, we're going to talk about the first game at the rookie camp for the Montreal Canadiens. Then I'm going to talk about all the success and the first year for Montreal have to go through Laval Rocket. And finally, a couple of news around the NHL, so don't go nowhere. But before we start, we invite you, don't forget please to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show, and finally leave me a comment about the episode 1, 2, and 5. Let's dive in and talking about the first subject of the day. Of course, this is the prospect challenge between 6 teams in NHL, including the Montreal Canadiens. Yesterday, they played the first game against the Buffalo Sabres, and they lost by a score of 4-3. I'm going to give you a little bit more my impression overall about this game, where really I believe the three players was very impressed for me. It was Heineman, Mézard, and Beck. And the best of the best for me, it was Owen Beck for the way he played during this game. First of all, I have a 2.1 goal, 1 assist. Then he has the third goal of the game for the Montreal Canadiens. But it's not only this. The way he played on the two ways is unbelievable. His face-off on defensive zone, you can see already the coach Hull recommend him during important face-off during the game. And then the way he covered the opponent players is always on the back checking. Very smart players. For me, Owen Beck, it was the first star. Well, about Coach Westowski, he have a good game, but I think he did to try to do too much. And that's the reason, for me, he tried to too much impressive the gallery on the top of the rink. The three best of the game for me, honestly, it will be Westowski, Beck, and Jordan Harris as the defenseman. But Wesley Aber, a Jack Eye coach. Emil Heineman, I really like the way he played. And Simoneau, it was another plus for him. With Jan Mézard have a great combination as a duo during the game. And then the next game for the Montreal Canadiens, they're going to return tonight at 7 o'clock. Again, the New Jersey Devils prospect. Will be interesting. We're going to see a couple of changes. Possible. Kaden Collet not going to jump on the lineup. It's going to be a game decision. We know he's recovering from an injury during the Memorial Cup, and he still look like not ready, possibly not play at the rookie camp and be ready for the main camps. Overall, great performance for the NHL prospect Montreal Canadiens. If you are an Habs fan, you enjoyed that game for sure, and we're going to be interesting what they're going to do against the Devils tonight. Move on now, guys, for the next subject of the day. Today, guys, I want to talk about the success of the Canadian rebuild to go through Laval Rocket. What you talk about this, coach? First of all, I read this on friend website the last couple of days. And first of all, it's have to go with the coach's staff and the development coach the Montreal Canadiens got at this moment. We know they hire a couple of development coaches like Nicholson and many others. And then they have a couple of coaching staff behind the bench for the Laval Rocket like Jean-François Hull. We know François Bouillon is another one. Is around with Rob Ramage. Vincent Lecavalier is another one, a special advisor for the Montreal Canadiens with Marie Poulin. The reason why I would say they have to go through Laval now is because they have many prospects. There's something they didn't have in the past for the Montreal Canadiens. And now with that kind of players they have with talent and skill, I think the development is becoming very important. And to become a great team in NHL, they have to go for the foundation at the bottom. And this is a great opportunity right now for the different players at the rookie camp to impress the coach, Jean-François Hull. Is the one right now coaching this team in Buffalo. Many of them are going to be under his wing for the upcoming years. So I think it's really important for them to give them a great impression to the coach. This is the blueprint of success, I believe, for any team in NHL. You need to draft great players. Then after you got many prospects in your hockey club. Then it's about the development. Then start at the bottom of the foundation with the prospect from the American Hockey League. When you have a great staff, great coaching development inside your organization, then you can move on the next level. What is going to be with the Montreal Canadiens, and that will make the Montreal Canadiens better, stronger, and possible to be at the top 10 in NHL for year to come. And finally, we need to give credit to coach Jean-François Hull. I think GF does a great job behind the bench from the Laval Rocket. We know he took the job at Joël Bouchard after he left the Montreal Canadiens organization. GF, his first year, bring the Laval Rocket to the semifinal in the American Hockey League playoff last season. And now he have another year with more prospect for the Montreal Canadiens to develop for the year to come. I think he play a big role on the development for the Montreal Canadiens. The fact is a big difference between Joël Bouchard and GF. GF really calm and he teach really well the player one by one. A little bit what Martin Saint-Louis does for the Montreal Canadiens. So I'm really confident under GF Hull, many prospect Montreal Canadiens going to develop better their skill and the talent with the Laval Rocket. So that's really, for me, the way for the Montreal Canadiens to become really more successful for the year to come. Start with the foundation, start with the Laval Rocket, start with the great draft players, and then you have a great staff hire for the player development one-to-one like Adam Nicholson and, of course, Christian Boucher as an athletic chef for the Montreal Canadiens. So let's move on now, guys, for the last subject of the day. Here we go. The last one is about the NHL news today, like you know already what we do at the end. First of all, the Los Angeles Kings signed the 23-year-old Sean Durzi, a 2-year contract at $1.7 million AAV for a total of $3.4 million. The 23 years old, draft by the Toronto Maple Leafs, second round, 52 overall pick, if I can recall it. Play over 60 games last year with the King with almost a 20-minute TOI per game. Really have a good year with the King last season. We know now the Los Angeles Kings have a lot of defensemen for upcoming year. So be interesting what will be the role with the Los Angeles Kings shown for the upcoming year. Finally, I want to finish with the last news of the day in NHL. I'm talking about Sven PDO. We heard more. Ottawa Senator gave a PDO to the veteran center Derek Brassard and Mark DeCauley. Then the Calgary Flame tried to bring a PDO to Cody Aiken and Michael Stone. And finally, Jason Demers, back in the NHL after he played in KHL last season, have a PDO with the Edmonton Oilers. Very interesting what the veteran Demers is going to do. We know the last season played in NHL a couple years ago was with the Arizona Coyotes. At some point, Montreal Canadiens was some conversation with him to play with the Montreal last season, if I can recall it properly. Guys, this complete all the news around the NHL today. Here we go. That's it. That's all for episode number 125. We're going to be back tomorrow with, of course, another update about the game between the Montreal Canadiens rookie Cam prospect versus the New Jersey Devils prospect. We're going to follow up, of course. We invite you. Don't forget, every night, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, we do a show called the HNL Tonight Show. And a Sunday morning, 11 o'clock Eastern Time a.m., we do Habs Brunch. Plus, we have other things coming very soon for year number 3. So follow the YouTube channel Hockey Nation Live Show. Click on the notification. Finally, please click on the like for this episode. And, of course, sharing this video on your social media. And finally, leave me a comment about episode 125. We wish you guys an amazing, great, blessing day, everybody.